Still morning, okay? And is there something wrong with my head or mind? Or, am I a psychiatric case study? Because why don't I feel um, sad by being compared to those kind of women? With it's okay for me. It's no problem. It's no hard deal. That case, it's okay for me. But I, I, I still feel feminine. Why do I think it's strange? Because I was told I've been feminine, and I'm a pretty old woman, and I don't think I look so old. But all these cases about true feminine or masculine look, I think there's something wrong with me because I will not judge those people. You can be a good or bad person. It's not always about how you look. Good-looking people are ice cold, and if you are physically unattractive, you have a big heart. And in some cases, that can be right, and in some cases, it can be wrong. I think it's a pretty stereotype way of thinking and judging, but in other cases, you can have a very easy life because you're pretty and you get all you have to don't have to beg or struggle for anything. But people can be jealous and then they start to hurt you in any cases and spoil your life. It's not that it can be complicated and not that easy to answer. But why I'm not jealous about. Sorry, I don't feel less feminine than if you have long light hair and a slim. Um, a pink dress and very isn't told about your well body here and a big size of a beho and just I think this okay, it's okay for me. I don't want to not tell them they're ugly because it would be cruel about and they think I'm ugly or why do I still feel feminine? I never felt like I'm a lesbian. If you are a lesbian, you know it. You don't feel like you are lesbian. You don't feel like others think you're lesbian because if you are gay or lesbian, it's your feeling, and how do the locals judge you? It's another problem. But you inside know how you feel. So it's not the deal to other people to go tell you if you are gay because you experience your own inside and it's another case how people view other culture or something. It's a truly different story. So I think it's pretty simple. I'm sorry to say that simple words can be upset people, but if you're very and extremely tall about your shoulders, and I must admit it, you just of course you have some standards about what to look at because but why do some people in a snobbish way just even laugh about those kind of guys being whoa think oh you overstatement, don't you know you are mankind, you have to don't have to be so loud because it's pretty cruel about women treatment because oh we know you we have seen you big, you don't have to remind me always, and this I think is so I didn't grow up in that kind of culture, not because my culture is better, but things changed in the last 5 or 10 years. And why do I feel? Why do I have to feel? Even I was a young girl, older now, and I was blonde as young, and my hair just changed. I didn't do anything. I think I colored my hair times in a brown dark hair, and then it's never changed back. It's pretty funny, even how much I washed my hair. It wouldn't be light again. It's a strange case, but why do I have to be reminded by? I'm not that rich. I'm not that young, and he's and because in my normal mindset, I didn't have to think so much about it because I don't idealize my past, okay, but it wasn't something I constantly was thinking about. It those too good for me, and he's too much man, and she's too much lady. She's not a lady, and those persons are gay. Or okay, I come from a culture where we are making maybe too much fun about people and women to making too much makeup, and oh my God, the basics is cheap and insecure and too traditional, commercial. Uh, Feminine and oh it's a cliche and I rested in myself so I know no but as making fun about this big guys and it's not pretty of us, but how do I why this have changed so really much, and I might even, if I think about it, I should be relaxed because I'm a mature woman and I have been, I have had my time. Okay, we don't have kids and everything is about spoiling in our life. But why do I constantly be reminded? Even it's a serious TV station or newspapers, pretty serious, or it's a pub YouTube channel or anything as just constantly, even if it's about some kind of war, I constantly have to be reminded of in which way am I a woman or am I'm gay. And I'm sorry, it's a cliche. I get annoyed when therapists tell me, you know who you are. I must, no, I don't. I don't know who I am. Even it's unnormal. But how can you just remove all this kind of, for me to say, weird way of thinking and judging because it doesn't make sense or logic to me because in some cases if you're a happy love life or resting in your own, even you don't have a relationship, just living your life and even how do I comparing and constantly remind something that I didn't say that this is feminine, this is masculine, but this is gay or something. But because it wasn't an important thing to me to say, because I just was not by idealizing, because I've always been a pretty depressed and maybe a kind of troubled woman. And sorry, in that maybe somebody Allen style, but now I'm pretty upset and wondering what's going on because all those judgments wasn't important before, and I think I constantly repeat. I said it's so really annoying many times here in the social media. What's going on? Why do you constantly think about age, money, and size of body and level of femininity? And because it's too much now. At least to say, stay away from me. Just stay away. If you haven't got anything intelligent to say, or even don't want to talk to me, otherwise you're just a kind of test, a competition, leave, okay. But in the other cases, you don't want to be a lonely person. I'm just, it wasn't my time to grow up in. It wasn't a fairy tale about the hippie time. It wasn't a fairy tale about university in the 90s or at punks or anything. But now it's so weirdo, and I hope we can stop completely, constantly remind her if how what kind of type you are standing in front of, and is he big enough, is he rich or is he poor, and okay, I got my own life and I don't have to analyze my options in any cases. Who started all this? Was it about USA or Trump or Russia? What's going on and how? Because it cannot continue. People are breaking down, and maybe it's people who are pretty okay, thinking too low about themselves, even spoiling themselves too much, making suicide or spoiling, broken relationships. It wasn't necessary, was it? Why? Because of judgments. You don't have to compare, and everybody compares. It's normal. It's normal to compare, but not in that really, really strange way. Hi.